Well, just about ready to box this thing up now. The original plan was for James to have a pair of car speakers I've got as well, but I'm sorry, James, they won't fit in the box. And if I did, I'd have to really cram them in there, and I'd be a bit worried about damaging the front of the Phillips. A look in the shed revealed nothing suitable there to put it all in. So when I went shopping at our local Lidl's, they have cardboard boxes sometimes from when they stack the shelves, and you could take them away with your groceries in like you used to years ago before they brought in all these plastic bags. You can get them at Lidl's as well, of course, but there wasn't anything suitable in Lidl's either. So I think you've blown out on that one, James. But what you haven't blown out on is the opportunity to see, or hear rather, or see and hear, what this old set sounds like with a pair of fairly decent speakers. Now these are ITT speakers. They would have come with a record player or possibly a music centre, and to begin with they just contain one 5x8 elliptical driver. There was very fine, almost like paper stuff across the grill, and then there's a vent here, and that too had paper across it. Well, they didn't sound too inspiring, so what I did was to change the 5x8 driver for an Altai long throw one. Got that at Tandy's, when Tandy's was still going, oh God, must be years ago now. And of course it was a dead fit. I got rid of the paper stuff because, quite honestly, it was just keeping the sound in. And then the thought occurred to me that although the Altai speaker was a dual cone speaker, so it's going to sound a bit crisper and a bit bassier, might be an idea to fit tweeters. And of course, with the two vent holes, one in each speaker, ideal opportunity. And you can just see it lurking in there, the tweeter. They're 2-inch jobs. Both speakers are 8 ohms impedance. There's the other one. Actually, they need a bit of a dust down, these do, but they do see quite a lot of use because they do have a rather nice sound. Anyway, enough of me waffling. Let's see what it does sound like. Oh, the suspense. That's on full bass, by the way. Well, would you believe I actually had to turn the bass down because it was coming through so well. And you can certainly feel the sound from the bass speakers. They're now rated at 10 watts RMS, these, So they're about right for the Philips. It produces around 6 per channel. So yeah, but really nice, warm, mellow sound. So if you can find a pair of these somewhere, James, and then do that modification. Or probably I'll get asked to do the modification, but I know. Anyway, I can't use the Akai speakers at the moment because one is hidden behind the Christmas tree, the other is hidden behind the armchair that had to be moved to accommodate the aforementioned Christmas tree. And to be honest, they're a wee bit too umphy for that anyway. It won't really wind them up to full capacity. But what I can show you are the speakers that mine came with to start with. And there you are. They're very, very slim line, but don't let the lack of depth put you off, because there's a long throw rubber surround woofer and a little tweeter as well, and a proper crossover. It's not just done with a capacitor like I did the ITTs there. They used to have a circuit diagram on the back, but that design was what mine came with. Sometimes you see them with Philips High Fidelity International emblazoned across there. Oh yeah, there's your little circuit diagram. I mean, I suppose while I've got them here, if you bear with me a moment, while I try and decipher what these go where. These are 8 ohms again, probably about 10 watts I expect. There we go. Whenever I do speakers, I always put nice long leads on if I replace speaker cables, because too much speaker cable is alright, too little speaker cable is a nuisance. So yeah, here we go. Excuse the jerky camera. And they go into the 8 ohm setting on here, of course. So and a very nice crisp tone from those, as you'd expect. But that was what my N2400 came with. The grills were a little bit shinier in those days. I was a little bit shinier in those days, come to that. It's a long old time ago. I saw a film the other night called The Black Windmill with Michael Caine, filmed in the early 70s. And, oh God, like going back in time that was. They had a black telephone, the same as I've got. The police, because it's to do with Michael Caine's son getting kidnapped by international diamond thieves, I think. I was just looking at all the all the backgrounds, quite honestly. The police were using a beautiful old Philips reel-to-reel thing for their phone tapping operation, and there was a Philips extension speaker, that's like the black one I've got, and all sorts of things. Lovely view of the London Underground before it was all messed up with new soulless plastic trains and old 1959 or 62 tube cars, all in nice condition. Everything a bit Well, it looked as if it was all very much in use, shall I say, but it was all kept up nicely, and that was the difference. But ah dear, showing my age now, and of course all those wonderful old cars. What can you say? But yeah, this machine would definitely have been very much around in those days, and probably blaring out to Donovan or ABBA or whoever was in vogue at the time. Anyway, so I better get the dinner on and see you soon.